Nice. So what is this? Oh, yeah, that's US 30. Let's backtrack. So I'm curious in indices sell-offs. Now, here's why. If we look at a very, very larger time frame, okay, it's way too large. Yo, so I recently got a new monitor, and like the amount of room it gives you to just look at the markets is crazy. Sometimes it's too much. All right. So I was looking at this on Nas. I've actually had this marked up for a while now. So it's kind of crazy because we see how price literally came into, just a higher low area. I think this was a relatively monthly area. And it starts to accumulate right up and out from. And so we had the first pattern there, accumulation schematic. And it's kind of crazy how price then, once it started coming into this relative, highs, into this relative demand zone, whatever area you want to start calling this, right? If you think of basic market structure, right? You have a high, a low, and then it should be creating a lower high to then push market lower. Now, that's not necessarily what I think is going to be happening here, right? So if we understand that this is an area that should make price come up and into, let's just go ahead and create that area, right? Come up and into, then price should on a lower time frame, let's just say this is the weekly, going to the daily 4 hour, whatever, it should then start pushing price back down. Doing what? Leaving some sort of sell side liquidity. This is getting crazy. Let's back this up a little bit, right? So we understand that if prices to start dropping, then we're going to be having sellers come into the market, meaning their stop losses are above a certain set of highs, right? So notice what happened after we created an area of highs that started to trickle the market downwards. Instead of, getting that true drop of structure, going from a high, low, lower high, now aiming for this lower low, we actually got a price that started to break up above said liquidity being built up from sellers, targeting or looking to target what? Well, if we come into this area, this higher high, and price starts to not respect, the lower time frame market, then aren't we just creating the same, the original or the new order flow from buy side momentum, right? So what I'm seeing here is prices literally building up first liquidity that was then taken out to play the all-around narrative of reaccumulations, right? So if we go back to a daily time frame, cool. You're literally gonna damn near see this shit picture perfect. BCARST, right? So all this is literal market structure, right? High, low, higher, low, higher, high. Liquidity before back to the upside, right? So cool. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. So a high, a low, a relative high, higher low, higher high, and then we get a channel, right? Or a creek doing what? Building up trendline liquidity to the downside, but also trendline liquidity on the upside. What does price do? We get our spring shakeout, which does what? Takes out the last trendline liquidity, keeps incentivizing people that, sellers that were going lower and lower and lower lows. So then do what? We drastically break up above, right? Said trendline liquidity being built up. Liquidity being built up, drastically break up and above, right? So it's kind of crazy how this literal schematic, right, the reaccumulation is not only playing out in this area, but is literally playing out after a previous accumulation schematic from down here. Feel me? So there's just way too much evidence as to this play is happening, right? To my personal belief. Cool. So y'all may be asking me, okay, well, what does that mean and how do we position ourselves, right? Well, if we understand that we're in this movement here, right, that shift to the upside that went from a low to a higher high, we should then be anticipating a retracement, right, the test to create that higher low, right? Low, higher low, to then go higher high. Cool. So if we created that low, we created that high, we should be anticipating, at some point, not immediately after breaking one high, two high, three high, right? But at some point, if given enough evidence, we should then anticipate a nice retracement into a understandably, high probability area, whether it be the weekly order block. Let me delete some stuff. I don't look at the chat before I continue. So whether that retracement be into, pretty clean, this weekly OB that if you just take all the noise aside, literally swept internal liquidity and then ran back to the upside, or even the monthly just or body order block itself, right? So there's a lot of reasons why price can have a pretty deep retracement. And I'm talking like if we just retrace right now, for example, anywhere from 1,000 points to 1,400.5 points, right? So it could be a pretty solid retracement. These are the type of trades where you can position yourself like gold, where, these are the trades where I will literally enter from last week and still am holding, So let me just check the chat to make sure this is making sense. Fire. Sheesh. Yeah, it's JP Morgan for this place. Sees it's JP. Oh, you're so funny. Nah, you're hilarious. Shout out to RJ because he originally put me onto this the reaccumulation like layout, and I was like, huh. So I was curious. I'm like, okay, so where can we come into to then have price start pushing us down? Well, if we look left, that's crazy. None of y'all bless me. You know what? I don't care, y'all. So I was looking to the left, because look left to get right, and I see how we have.
Bless you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, RJ. That's my guy. So we have a weekly OB or a weekly imbalance. The price is coming up and into. So, honestly, from my personal preference, I don't like to solely play off of OB because you don't know whether to enter on the beginning of the OB, the end of the OB. Some people like to play the 50% or OB, sorry, imbalance, right? The beginning imbalance, end 50%. So personally, I just like to look for evidence as to how we're playing this. Are we going to look to just continue climbing higher and higher? Or are we looking to reverse or whatever? So understanding we're in this current area of higher time frame imbalance on the left, I started then to notice how price, although yes, we have been drastically buying since literally last month, October 26th. Notice how price, if you guys haven't really noticed since Thanksgiving week, yes, indices are still climbing up, but they're climbing up at a relative sideways movement, right? They're not really moving at the drastic buy up momentum like we've seen for the last month. So this is kind of indication to me that price looks like it's starting to slow down its buy side momentum and give us a classic let's go distribution number one. Bang. Let me get rid of this. Right, starting to give us a classic just wyckoff schematic, right? We have our PSY, which is the first sign of momentum slowing down. We know, the buying climax, the automatic rally, the secondary test, sign of weakness, and then the up thrust, right? This random last push up. Now, price is starting to push back down now. So I'm curious to see if and when we go ahead and take out this relative liquidity. And then what do? Are we just going to go ahead and run back to the downside and then come back up for maybe this? Because currently we're here. So I don't know if we're going to get a UTAD or if we're just going to start dropping straight down, in a, what's it called? In a wyckoff distro number 2 kind of schematic. Feel me? So right now I'm kind of curious. Well, I did jump the gun on US 30 because, 1 hour OB. So I was just like, let's take it. But it is kind of curious to see. So we did actually get you can argue that this is a change of character on the 1 hour. So I'm curious to see how we come up and into this, right? This 1 hour OB on NASDAQ. But honestly, the same eyes for SPX as well. So we actually came into a weekly institutional candle here, daily as well. Yeah, daily institutional area as well, right? Daily imbalance. Price came into and then literally started to move pretty, slowing down its buy side momentum, but then slowing down as well. And we do have, a good target. And it's actually kind of crazy because zooming out, we came into a monthly area, monthly institutional areas down here. And then we actually started accumulating on the weekly schematic, right? A solid accumulation number 2. So with this being said, I currently do think that playing out of a monthly area onto a weekly time frame, we're in the last part before indices go ahead and really boom off, right? And potentially create higher highs. So that'll be really cool, but it's also really interesting to see how this is what's building up the year prior to presidential elections, right? So is the narrative already, this is what I'm thinking, is the narrative already set that once the new president is elected, he's in office, he's gonna, then be claimed like, hey, look, he's literally came into office and now the indexes are running higher, running higher and better than ever? Or is this kind of more of like, oh, well, just before, Biden's presidential election ends, they're going to go ahead and use excuses. Well, look, he really wasn't that bad of a president. Yes, inflation ran up like 40 times more its average rate, but look at indexes are at all-time highs with people's Roth IRAs and 401ks are doing just fine, right? It's really interesting. So I do think there's definitely like a bigger narrative here than just, traders on MetaTraders making money, but that's a rabbit hole for another day. Anyways, so I do think we are due for a solid retracement into weekly, monthly areas on indices, really playing off of this 4 hours slowing down on momentum. Right, BCARST SOW, like we'll label it right there. And then getting that last up thrust, but then strong pushback to the downside. So I wouldn't really label this Chach, but we're starting to come into this area, which honestly, so low, high, higher, low. What does that move do? It goes ahead and mitigates this. Where's my right? Mitigates that OB and then pushes higher, right back to the upside. So now I do think this whole area here isn't going to hold like if price comes back down, just because it's already been mitigated and playing out. There's no more real imbalances. There's no more money left to, be mitigated and push it back to the upside. It's now just more so of like closed out orders that could just be taken right through, So I definitely do think we were going to have a distro number 2, sorry, play out for, let me pull it up real quick for you guys. I definitely do think we're going to get a distro number 2 play out for us on SPX and NASDAQ, but I could be wrong, right? Because we never really broke below the Sow bean. That's when I get a lot more comfortable with these kind of trades. So currently just waiting to see. I did go ahead and kind of jump. Oh, I'm going to get clapped. Yeah, it's fine. I'm okay. Yeah, like that should hold. Anyways, yeah, so I currently do think we are going to get a pretty solid distro. And it's honestly interesting to see the narrative as well, not just, with the whole what is it called, with the whole presidential stuff, but also just with news as well. Like if we go ahead and pull out the calendar, so we have, what did I just do? Today, and then we're going to end it next week. Yes. So it's pretty interesting to see. And then let me just, yeah, just make this easier. It's pretty interesting to see how, so this Friday we have Powell speaking. So I definitely think that's what is going to get us out of, let me zoom back out. Did I have it on SPX? Yeah. So I definitely do think Powell's news on Friday is going to get us out of phase B. But then with NFP being next Friday, yeah, all this right here being next Friday, I definitely do think that's going to be the catalyst to push us back down in phase D. Now, I say that with confidence because not only have I seen this, does the narrative look like it's going to play out? This stroke going higher. Yeah. I definitely do think this is going to be a high probability just because if you look at what happened last October's NFP, July's no, September, October's NFP, yeah. If we look what happened October's NFP, where are we in? November, September, August? Was it September? No, September pushed us higher. Maybe it was August. Where's NAS? I don't remember. But it was NFP is what was a catalyst that pushed us back down. I really should have pre-plotted this one higher. was talking to Nadia about it. October. Yeah, I don't know. But I've seen NFP pushes down lower, or pushes low from a relative area. I think it was, I don't know, honestly. I gotta back test this. July, first month, August, Friday. Yeah, this was NFP here. Price came in the 1 hour and then dropped this lower. Really playing out this bias. I don't know, whatever. So that's honestly what I see for indices. Just strong probability that I think we are going to go ahead and start retracing this week. But I just don't know if we're going to drop right now, since I don't know if we're going to get that UT or we're going to get one more push up for that UTAD. That's accumulation. So keep our eyes peeled on for that, just because that's something I was curious and looking at. And yeah, so currently think we're here. So I'm curious to see if we go higher one more time for that UTAD phase D, or if we just start playing out from there, which fingers crossed, but you never know, So cool. With all that being said, Kebo, bro, broski,
Yo.
brosker, yo, it's your time to shine, baby boy.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, bet. I was trying to look for what you're talking about right now.
Oh, like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. But anyways, let's get it, man. Yo, we blues right now. Yeah. I kind of have a similar bias as you. The only thing, bro, that I'm kind of like, I think maybe at least just for US 30. Yeah, let me get this out of the way. Dude, the only thing I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I think we could see this go higher is just how close we are to taking out this high on US 30. Because like we're already kind of blowing past, like this order block already got mitigated. So all of this is healthy price action and just basically liquidity.
Yo,
I'm kind of like, damn, I think at least US 30 can run this high first and maybe come and tag this. And but I do like NAS and S&P because we are in this weekly imbalance right now, and we are kind of seeing reactions. So one thing I was peeping is the same thing as like distribution schematics. Like we're already starting to see, 1, 2, 3 drives, and then this is kind of like that manipulation after those 3 drives. Because that's kind of how institutions work. They're not really worried about Billy's 0.01 lot sizes. They have to scale into positions like this, so they have sell there, and then the UTAD is really just like that last sell. But since we haven't gotten that break yet, I'm kind of just still on the buy until we see that break. Once we see that sign of weakness forming, then like, all right, bet, like definitely gonna short this. Imbalances, a lot of imbalances, and then I think it was the daily or weekly you're talking about. Yeah, all the way down in here, we could have room for that reaccumulation all the way into this last push down. So I do like that. I'm just kind of waiting for more evidence right now for these sells on NAS and S&P. Well, I don't know. I mean, US 30 is kind of like inching to break that high again.
Low key, right?
So we'll see how London looks. Maybe London kind of just does that one, comes after that wick, and then we see like a little distro, and then we can see the sell off. But yeah, they do have clean equal lows that they left behind. So like, I at some point we will come back down, clear all that. Same with S&P.
Eventually, after my
S&P, I kind of do like this candle for sells. Not even gonna lie.
I swear.
It swept all that lick right there. I mean, dude, buys are pretty lit. I might have missed this yesterday, low key. I was like, once we saw this movement happen, and then this order block got filled. Like, dude, it was kind of late. I think it was like 1, 2 p.m., bro. I wasn't even looking at the charts anymore. But it's imbalance got filled. This order block got filled, and it was just pretty clean, bro. We broke structure, rated liquidity, and I was like, damn, that was a clean fucking buy. Like, bro, who said it in that chat? They're like, dude, one of the worst feelings is not being in a trade and seeing it just leave without you. So right now, you know, I dropped this play because we had these Asian lows right here that were left behind, and right underneath those Asian lows, we had an imbalance, and then we had this 30-minute order block that mitigated this candle. So I was like, you know what? To me, this is worth the play. I was definitely waiting for this one. I was a little bit more hesitant on NAS. Not this area. This is my first point of interest, or yeah, the lower point of interest I was looking at. But there was another one I was keeping right in here, this 15-minute candle, because that was a candle that basically the FU candle that rated this Asian low and tagged this imbalance. But just because of where the S&P was still like all the way up here, I had a feeling that NAS was probably gonna go for this lower 30-minute OB. I mean, ultimately it did. Now it's starting to react from there. So we'll see how, if we kind of just stair step our way up and then come into these OBs, this OB right there, and then sell off from there. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, honestly, with sells, man. I think with like Friday with the news, we have like two. I think Powell speaks twice on Friday.
Damn. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a catalyst for sure.
Yeah, he speaks at 10 and then at 1 p.m. So I think one move can be like the manipulation move, and then I think this could be setting up for like the continuation or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, especially with it being so close to New York Open, yeah. Like that might be that'll be running everybody's liquidity. And then, he'll play nice.
but yeah, that's kind of what I was my thought process right now on indices. Gold. No, I do want to see gold give us like at least a smaller retracement into here, and then get a nice little accumulation, reaccumulation schematic, and then keep sending this thing higher. Now we're about to smack those all-time highs, man. It's crazy. We've been talking about this for like months, and now it's finally like happening, bro. It's kind of crazy to see that all this liquidity is about to get.
You know what's crazy? Junior called out when we had him on Money Heist. He called out that weekly level that everybody marked up like this right here.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, he called that. And
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, no.
I remember we were selling this thing down all the way to here, and
Yeah.
just trying to buy this thing up, bro. Because we've been talking about the seasonality stuff since summertime, bro. So that's crazy. Crazy seeing this play out. And we still have another 2 months of probably bullish movement. Because once we break past these highs, dude, we're in undiscovered territory. So like it can just rip, bro. Like definitely we'll probably see reaction for sure. And then yeah. But
Crazy.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for right now on gold. Is a little slight pullback action to this imbalance. I'm mad about this trade right here too, bro. Like, last night I was up there in London, and I fell asleep, bro.
Oh.
I was waiting for this to once we were like it's like 3 a.m. or some shit. Yo.
Damn, that would have been so clean. This is why penny orders matter.
Yeah, I think it was like this last push down that swept this liquidity. Then we broke the structure right here. We pulled back into that candle. And then now we had another reaction from there. And we came back into basically the same just demand level. And then I think just ran, bro.
See, when it does that, that's when I'm just so nervous. Like, I don't think it's going to hold, Fuck it.
I don't really, yeah, they even give another opportunity right here. This reaccumulation basically. Then the lower time frame came back into this candle. And then just sent it. But yeah, same thing with silver. I'm just like, You know, whether we come back into this candle, I think it's like a 30-minute, 15-minute, 15-minute candle. I honestly think we might dip underneath that into this imbalance, and this last little push down,
Yeah.
and then go higher. If we come all the way back down there.
Yeah. I mean, that area right there looks pretty hot. Oh,
Wait, let me go back quick.
that's gone. I don't give a fuck no more. Oh, go to 30-minute. That's where you were. Oh no, it was somewhere like lower that you haven't worked out.
On here?
No, lower.
Oh, lower.
I think it was right there. I don't know. You showed it for a second, and I was like, it looks hot. So
Oh, 15-minute.
maybe. Yeah. 300. Probably.
My bad.
I good. Uh-huh. What you looking at?
I mean, you could maybe try to short this down to here if you wanted to. But I mean, I think shorting metals is kind of like a little riskier right now. At DXY, we could still maybe work our way up into this what's it called, this 1 hour, or was it 4 hour OB? We could still maybe work our way up here. We still have an balance of these wicks. I'm still kind of interested to see if we work our way up and then sell off. So that's why I was kind of looking for shorts on some of these majors. To me, like we were accumulating, we reaccumulated. We had a distribution right here after taking out this high. And then I think we're starting to see some like redistro right now. It's kind of like your sign of weakness, almost like LPS type thing. And if we can hop onto the lower time frames, I think like 15-minute. Now we came into this OB right here. We already mitigated that. So I do want to see us come lower. Into this, deeper into this range. So like we zoom out, play from here. Oh my bad. And this low to this high, you know, at least coming down to like the equilibrium. I want to see us come back down at least to the equilibrium or these equal lows for, you know, like a 1 of 5 basically. But it really just depends right now. Like the DXY is it's in an interesting spot because I don't know, we could see this thing go higher, or this is the little distribution schematic. You know, we had a little up thrust, break the structure. Now, you know, we could maybe just continue rolling over to the downside from here. So it's just like, I don't know, we're in an interesting spot. I'm just kind of sitting on my hands for the moment.
Would you think that because, you know, technically Wednesday reversal, if it doesn't happen then, maybe Thursday, that will help DXY like run back up and into that area you're looking at? Or you're only focused on that like too much?
So
Like,
you're
yeah, like you think like since technically we've been selling off like ever, do you think the Wednesday reversal, Thursday reversal, whatever, like that midweek reversal, that would be a good excuse to just have price come up to your area? Or is like more so just price action?
Yeah, I think we could see something like that. I think aligning with the midweek reversal. Like, yeah, that's a good point for sure. I would like to see that, honestly. That's what I would like to see.
Damn.
I also have a POI for shorts on AU as well. So if we do get bullish dollar, you know, I would not mind, you know, looking for short opportunities within this FU candle right here. Because we did take out all of these this last low. So we technically did kind of broke structure. That was a 15-minute higher low. So we'll see, man. This is a trade that I didn't take, man. I'm pissed at myself for not taking it. Just because I thought I seen like GU and like I think Euro still like chilling up here. So I thought these were gonna at least give us a deeper retracement first before making a move higher. So I thought AU might have just would have gone lower underneath that point of interest right here, the hourly POI. But I mean, damn, it's floating already like 1 to 3. Yeah, there's two charts I didn't send out and yet last night, and those are the ones that I like hit. I was like, God damn it.
This
God damn.
guy.
Because same with GJ, bro. I had this marked up last night. I was gonna drop it, but I was like, fuck, like I don't know why I didn't.
No, you did. I'm pretty sure because I dropped CAD JPY after. I was like, same eyes on JPYs.
I think I dropped it in New York.
Oh gosh.
Because I was like, God damn, bro.
This name.
Recently, I've been more leaning towards like Forex just because like I don't really like the market conditions too much on indices and like mad choppy. Like,
Yeah.
and gold is just ripping. So I'm just like, yo, let me shift back to these guys right here.
Let me check this out real quick. We got a question in chat, bro. And I was actually gonna ask you about this since you pulled up AU. Look at UCAD on the weekly daily. You'll see what I'm talking about. Since you wouldn't mind shorting AU, this could then yeah. You see that OB we're about to come into on the weekly?
I'm actually bearish on UCAD too.
I swear. So I mean we can continue it into that. Yeah, literally right there.
Into this range, dude. Like, yeah, this OB, we have this imbalance right here as well. We're kind of starting to dip into it.
I was looking for continuations yesterday and today, today, and I just could not find any.
I do want to see this go lower, but I think if dollar will be a little like short-term bullish before we like dump again, I was my eyes were going into these imbalances right here. So we left behind these equal highs, this imbalance right here, and then same thing here, more liquidity and then balance. So I was thinking we come into here and then go lower. To me, that this kind of makes sense right here, or this one right there. What were your thoughts? You said you wanted to.
Honestly, I was just looking for like I wanted to sell into that daily for TP. So I was just looking for like sells. I just literally could not find anything, so but once we come into that daily, I think we will, minorly react. So nice like 3-to-1 on a certain time frame. But yeah, no, I would honestly just use that daily weekly level as more of a TP than an actual like mitigation and look to play up and out of it, just because that dollar's so fucking bearish, bro. That's not even funny. So I don't want to try to go against it.
UJ didn't really reach up all the way where we wanted to.
Bro, had JPY did. Oh my god. So I've been selling it since Monday, and so there's an hourly level that it made. I'm curious.
Oh, this thing was clean, bro.
Bro, stupid clean.
That's sexy.
So I got in. Me and Jordan got in here, and then whatchamacallit? Yeah, that was a daily. And so this was a whole 4-hour area, like right here, that I sent last night that we didn't get. So I'm curious if we come now into here at London and it just continues that stair step down.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, then again, like, so that's where the concern comes in because we still have. Hold on, stop switching. We still have like relative and then that whole imbalance as well.
I like these two areas. We really
right.
Or if we sweep that internal lick.
Yeah.
That I mean,
I would happily take that.
I'm gonna take this, bro.
Word?
Yeah, bro.
You gonna take both, or you're just gonna take that top one?
I'm gonna take both. If I
Oh,
mean,
that boy Kevo, he got the margin for this one. That boy bought a martingale his way into this one.
there's a setup kind of similar. I think it's zero odd. Zero odd up here is kind of nice. Always lick. Rent. Turn the lick.
That stupid queen.
It's like 4 hour, I think. No, I think it's like 1 hour. I'll just. But I don't know. It's starting to make a new low. It kind of keeps you go lows intact, and we can't come back. Then I'll definitely short the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Starting to kind of like go though. We'll see what's good.
Mm-hmm. I definitely like Cat JPY. You want to answer him?
Yeah, we talking looking for shorts.
Ooh,
There. That's
that 8 hours. Cav's curious. Go back to Cat JPY when you get a chance, because that 8 hour is that looks a lot more cleaner for the second that first lower entry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like, are we just OB shopping at this point?
This is like the low hanging fruit.
Yep.
Yeah. To me, that's like the I guess the extreme OB, but
Don't really know, cause like,
I don't know, I just don't like how when we go down in these lower time frames, it's like all balanced.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
There's like no real imbalances, unlike the other.
That's what I'm conflicted with. Plus, like, if you look at structure,
My bad.
no, you're good. You're good. If you look at structure, like high, low, okay, so is this really a valid retracement? Feel me? And then, because then it created a lower low, which okay, cool. But then the question is again, is this really a valid retracement? No. Which I don't know if I would qualify as a valid retracement.
Nah, this to me, that's the range.
Yeah. Hey, eyes. See, and who say you can't make money off of shoulder, head, shoulder?
Yeah, even the indicator row is saying.
Oh, say that.
It marked up this hourly. Hourly. See the 4 hour. Yeah, that's a 4 hour candle.
Kev, I'm gonna screenshot all the indicators that you got so I can just put them on the
Yeah, dude. Go ahead. I really only use like this one and this one sometimes.
Get into the front seat, George.
I usually like just use a clean chart first.
It's finished.
Oh, Dr. J has the same areas as the CAD indicator. He was looking at pretty much that 4 hour and for lower retracements. Those plays be clutch, yo. Gerardo's plays be clutch too. Shout out to the boy. Shout out to the go.
And going up. Yeah, I have a feeling like
I'll bring lane, man. That shit was theirs.
kind of like, what are those things called? The wedges, ascending wedges.
Which one? Oh, that? I mean, no, literally. Yeah, that's actually an ascending wedge. More of a channel.
Like a channel, right?
Yeah, it's a channel.
I think we're finally like, we had knitters positioning themselves.
Nah, maybe. But then where do you think like low to drop to? Like lower than here?
Maybe. At
Maybe.
least here, like at least these equal lows.
Yeah.
Is that a little
But you know
interest?
what's funny? Because I used to play this kind of style. This would be the trend line. This would be the break and retest. So it's definitely gonna be some kind of retail traders in here. I don't know. Going against that dollar,
Retest would be like right here, you know,
yeah, like right around there. So it'll be active right now. Stop loss like 30
like
pips above.
yeah, with the clap. The buyers are wrecked, so kind of wiping the board, and then
I don't know. Going against that dollar, that bearish dollar, you crazy.
did I even go over euro yet?
I don't think so.
I don't really like euro. It's kind of, I mean, the only thing I was looking for, I think, was like 15-minute. Just
No.
didn't even sell off, but
Remember, we don't judge a book by its cover.
I mean, this could continue going at least to these equal lows. But again, I'm just like, dude, the dollar needs to like. I want to see a little bit more evidence. I might be up. I traded London for a little bit. Beginning of London.
If I had the gym at 6 in the morning, I'd definitely trade too.
Dude, like I hate when right now it's just like building liquidity, dude, on both sides. Like, because we can see it react from here. Or we just continue to sell off. But we'll see.
They have great music choice.
I think that's all I got, man. We ran through like quite a few pairs, but I'm not gonna cap.
I swear. Some pairs I never trade. No subs.
Yeah.
Some pairs, reliable.
Let's see. Look at the chat real quick. Doc Hips.
Hips in the building.
You looking at some casual?
No, we should do an episode with Dr. J because he's in a new endeavor. So how's he found that work-life balance? And really diving deeper into what happens when life lives and how you can go ahead and still chase after the same goal.
Yo, say the word up there for it.
Say that. Like a professional.
With the boy.
We're doing the call after Kevin's psychology call.
Run it up.
Someone asked about oils. I appreciate that. I don't really look at oil too much like that.
I don't know. We're judging off of that chart. I don't even know.
See what you're selling off of this 30-minute.
I'm looking at US over here. I don't know. There's some pretty relative high liquidity. Outside liquidity.
What?
You go on the 1 hour and zoom out, bro.
This to me is like F. It could be like a potential FU candle. You scale down a little bit. Maybe find an entry. Going higher. Yeah, 15 or 30. Net and balance. Target week highs. I don't know, I don't really like. I'm not like a huge fan of like massive wicks like that. I don't really trade this too much. I know a few people that do. What's the what is seasonality now?
On oil? Oh damn.
Yeah, look at the dollar and
Bro, gold's gonna run so high. It's
the
crazy.
dollar could dump.
That's so wild. That's scary.
The dollar could die, bro.
That's wild. And like we have rooms to drop too. That's the crazy part. So like it just lines so perfect.
Yeah, Loki want to see it dip back into this last push down. Got imbalance in there as well. So we'll see, man. This thing could, yeah, at least to there. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I think I was looking at for then reversing back to the upside.
you could tell like the the pairs I don't really trade too much because I got like all this old shit on there.
Our chip marked up from like 2021.
Year or two ago.
I swear. All right.
But yeah, that's all I got for tonight.
Same eyes.
What do you think about? Oh, that was old. Okay. Yeah, we already went over that. We went over that.
Yeah, this was fun. We should do it again next week. If you're free.
We should. I'm down.
Say that. Well, about that time, Kev.
It's that time, man.
Let's get
You know?
it. Familia.
Thanks y'all for tuning in once again. See you guys back here next week again for December, first week of December.
Oh, that's right.
Sir, one more month, man.
That's crazy. Already.
You.
This year went by so fast. I feel like so much
It
has
really-
happened in so little.
I'm
That's
excited now. I got some Cyber Monday deals. I got like a whole new setup coming in.
I know you're gonna be hype. But I'm telling you, once that monitor comes in, it's such a game changer. Like, I don't know. You just see, it's just amazing. I'm so excited for you, bro.
Dude, I know. Let me say.
I swear. Well, all right, familia. As always, it is midnight 28 over here on the East Coast, and we appreciate every single one of y'all tuning in, tapping in. We appreciate you. Who said appreciate you? I'm gonna shout you out back. Dr. J, we appreciate you. Gerardo, we appreciate you. Alicia, shout out, we appreciate you. Yo, as always, you know, it's an honor and privilege for us to go ahead and do these calls with you guys, not only because we think it's a dope way to just go ahead and pour into you guys, but it's also dope that you guys just consistently, religiously come back each and every week looking to be, you know, masters of the markets in your own realm, look to, you know, upgrade your own setups, or even just go ahead and earn and be liquidity with us. So with all that being said, familia, as always, stay patient, stay disciplined, and the gains will come. Till next week, family. Peace.